Hi all, I wanted to do a quick video on basically a subject which we might all face at some point in chess, the pain of losing. As far as online games are concerned, generally the pain's far less than over the board chess, and I think the most painful must be FIDE, because there's time to get there often, 1 or 2 hours travel, and whole days spent, and time to get back, and then whatever. So the longer the investment in the game, the more painful potentially the losses. My recent loss, I was also kind of annoyed with myself, knowing confident in playing a pet line and not really sort of routinely playing c5 here, just playing casually knight f6 and getting myself in deep water, it seemed, in the opening. And it's games like that I wonder, is there any hope for me ever to be a consistently strong player? Because this will probably happen time and time again. Getting a bad position from opening is a good excuse for losing in any case, any game in particular. But often, of course, you're going to lose in the middle game and the end game, and you're going to make howlers, and the worst is probably when you're going to be swindled from a one position. And I have been reading a little bit about articles, actually, how to handle losses, and actually there's one GM who's got an article somewhere, I think on Chess Fives, and he says about skiing, and the first thing he teaches people is how to learn to fall without hurting yourself, and that seemed very interesting, because I think, especially in a tournament situation, if there's multiple rounds, or in your league games there's multiple games, you don't really want to lose any sleep over anything, especially if you have to go work the next day, etc. So how do you guys handle losing? Do you just aim for fun games whether you win or lose? I know from YouTube, actually, let's take that as an analogy. Actually, I didn't used to post my losses as much, and then it dawned on me, actually, why am I posting games to YouTube anyway? The main thing really is the commentary. So I decided that, even if I'm being tortured positionally and it's horrendous, the game, if the commentary's okay, it's still worth uploading. And sometimes, so by that logic, even if I won, and the commentary was rubbish, I wouldn't upload. So it's all on the commentary. But when you actually play chess, can you kind of use the same, relaxed logic that really, as kind of casual players, we're not professional players, most of us, we're casual bunnies of the game. So, our sort of financial income is not at stake, for it's not the last round of a Swiss tournament and we lose, and we lose financial penalty, don't get to eat much after that. No, we're playing really for fun and entertainment. So okay, you can't do commentary while you're playing if you wanted to do commentary, but you can try and have a fun game. So by that logic, why do people try and play very solid dull systems, like the Slav? But it can be quite exciting sometimes. I'm just picking that as an example. Or the London system is why, because people actually still don't like losing. They want to play solidly, and they don't like losing. So say someone in your club, they play you play knight f6 and they play knight f3, and you start to yawn, and then they play bishop f4, and you're yawning a bit harder, and you're wondering, at this point, why did I turn up? Why do these people? Are they really afraid of losing? And let me defend this position. I did play the Dutch in the recent FIDE tournament. I got hammered in 20 moves, and actually it annoyed me so much. I think it did affect my future games. So sometimes, if you do play solidly, it's not only less embarrassing because you've got less weaknesses to sort of pick on. There's less pain, and that might help. That even if you did lose, it's not going to be a horrific loss. But if you do go for it, the exciting game, then that's with weaknesses, with dynamism, and maybe you sack a piece unsoundly, and maybe you lose horrifically. But what is the key thing that we all search for? Is it really just winning and losing and ratings? I hope not. As casual players, aren't we looking for interesting games? Is that the top priority? And if you happen to be doing a YouTube channel, you'll be looking for the commentary, not whether you win or you lose, or even the strength of the opponent, because it could have been an interesting game anyway. So what do we look for in our club chess? And for the more serious of you, how do you handle losing on FIDE time controls or longer time controls where you put more investment in? I'm interested to gauge opinions on this, because I actually don't have the answers. So I thought I'd use this video as a research vehicle. I like that expression, a research vehicle, for exploring this issue about the pain of losing. I know when I was a junior, I lost a bit of time actually. When I was about 11, I think, I got hammered in some tournament. I think I won one game though. I might have won one game, but I think I lost about 4. And I think I was really annoyed and upset. And I didn't play for about 3 years after that. Now, if you don't, that's really radical. If you don't play for ages just because you lose, because really, a game is an experience. Even if you look at the 2700s, they're losing, more than one game in a particular tournament. If we look at the recent tournament, Gashimov, he must have lost about 3 or 4, but his FIDE overall, he was climbing, So how do we not get disheartened, especially when the investment is bigger in the game, that we spend an entire day, we lose, or an entire evening, we lose? How do you guys handle it? Any tips? I'd really like to hear them from you. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.